Overflows.
Disciple, surrender and satsang. Disciple, surrender and satsang constitute the wheel that revolves on the axle that is master. Company of the master implies being within his energy field. Know this as satsang. Not just physical company can be satsang. Surrender is the way or technique to be within the energy field of a master. A master is the musician of the inner. You are at the circumference of a circle that you have created around you. But transformation needs movement from circumference to the center. Master uses words along with modulation. Words reach the seeker waving. Words enter through the mind. His selection of the words and modulation hypnotizes the brain cells. Waves of energy surrounding the words first hypnotize the brain cells and then reaches the center, penetrating various layers like an atom. Words hypnotize your brain. Vibrations that these words create is measured scientifically into delta, alpha, and beta wave patterns. Delta wave has a frequency ranging from 0.5 to 4 Hz. Theta waves range from 4 to 8 Hz. Alpha wave ranges from 8 to 12 Hz. And beta waves range from 13 to 30 Hz. Alpha and theta brain waves are two reliable wave patterns of meditation. Theta activity increases with more distractions and was suppressed during deeper experiences. Increased alpha activity was related to fewer distractions and more deeper meditation experiences. The presence of the master creates wave patterns of different wavelengths. Therefore, when he has to work with your subconscious layer, he will use delta wave patterns, create hypnotic sleep or yoga nidra, and do his work. That's why at times it is said when master begins to speak, you fall into a state of trance or sleep. And when work is possible through conscious layer, he will use theta or alpha wave patterns depending on the needs of the moment. This happens naturally and spontaneously by varying the pitch and the modulations during the messages or talks. When a disciple comes to the company of the master, this happens naturally and spontaneously when a disciple comes to the company of a master. Master is aware of such wave patterns while disciple is not aware. A philosopher, a lecturer, a priest cannot create this effect. Therefore, no transformation is possible through these. Transformation is possible only through a master, the awakened one. He is not to impress you. If anyone comes, is welcomed. Master knows when disciple is ready, master will appear. Existence will assume human form as master. However, once he takes responsibility, you can trust him. Satsang is the process of surrender. This satsang indeed is of three types. It happens in three ways. First is known as Sangam or Samagam. Samagam means coming together. Sangam means confluence of energy field within and without. Congregation of such energies becomes the company of the master or satsang. Company of one who manifests such energy field is satsang. Buddha called this as he uses the phrase Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. Sangha means congregation, the confluence of the sannyasins or the seekers. So Sangham Sharanam Gacchami is the first surrender or first satsang where the seekers get together. There is a confluence of inner energies and the outer. Sangham Sharanam Gacchami means I surrender to the commune of seekers, sannyasins, existing around the master. Second is known as darshan. Darshan in Hindi means to envision, to see, but it is loosely translated as philosophy in English language, which is not right. How do you look at the life and living forms the part of darshan. How you look at the life and living, and moment to moment you interact with objects and being forms the part of second satsang, which is darshan. For this, Buddha used the phrase Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. Dhamm means the fundamental law of life. The fundamental law of life and living, logos, Dhamm, Tao. These are the fundamental laws of life, how one should live life and interact with objects and beings on a moment to moment. So the second satsang or surrender is I come to surrender to the fundamental law of life, logos, Dhamm or Tao. The third is sparsh. Sparsh means touch of the master. Remember, energy moves through the ends of the nerves. It enters your body through the ends of nerves. So for that, Buddha used the phrase Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. I surrender myself to Buddha's feet. When you touch the feet of the master, so you use your fingertips, energy moves through the fingertips into you. Or when the master places his hand on your head, there is a deep flow of energy, and this energy transforms the seeker. Energy moves through the ends of the nerves. When the master touches, when you touch the feet of this master with fingertips, energy is transformed. The energy of the master enters into you. Also, when the master places his hand on the head of the disciple, energy is transferred. Or when he touches the third eye center, the same thing happens. Indeed, just being within the company of the awakened one, his energy reaches you through three ways of transfer: radiation, convection, and conduction. They are the These are the three ways for the transfer of the energy. Energy from the sun reaches the earth by way of radiation. This is how Master transfers his energy to the seekers through his voice modulation, through his presence, through his talks, and in so many different ways. Energy, this is how the Master transfers his energy to the seeker. Energy and heat are slightly different. Heat can be transferred into three ways: conduction, convection, or radiation. When the energy of the sun radiates, it creates a warmth or heat within you. Conduction happens through a medium. When you put the water in a pot to boil, the metal becomes the conductor of the energy, the heat energy, and water molecules begin to change their temperature, and ultimately they begin to boil, and the process of evaporation begins. Convection is another way of transferring or transforming the energy, which is used for many purposes. The modern day ovens are based on the convection system of the transfer of energy. Radiation is the only way to transfer heat through an empty space. Remember, radiation is the only way to transfer heat through empty space. Master transfers energy from the empty space that he is. Existence is that empty space from where energy comes to the seeker through radiation. The sun cannot conduct heat to the earth directly because the two bodies are not in contact with one another, and as a result transfer happens through radiation. Convection also needs a medium, therefore it is also impossible, as no medium connects the two bodies to facilitate the heat flow. Instead, the sun radiates much of its energy as light of various wavelengths. Some of this radiated light is in the form of infrared particles of the spectrum and reaches the earth as heat. Light in the visible part of the spectrum also has the effect of warming the earth. It does this by penetrating the atmosphere and being absorbed by the land and the water. This is how the seeker absorbs the energy of the master in different forms. Once the earth has absorbed all the energy it can hold, it begins to radiate energy back towards the space. Transformation needs deep understanding of energy. The change from one form of energy to another is called energy transformation. This term refers to the scientific law that energy cannot be created or destroyed, but can only change form. Enough for now, as the insights into life, love, and light continues.